Dr. Shobowale is a Dr. Shobowale is a registered engineer with Koren. He studied law at Adeleke University, Ede. He equally succeeded at the Nigerian Law School. He was subsequently called to the Nigerian bar and registered by the Supreme Court as a barrister and solicitor of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Barrister Shobowale also backed his master's in law. He is currently running his PhD in law. He acquired a postgraduate diploma in education from National Teachers Institute, Kaduna, and went further to register for a postgraduate diploma program in educational psychology at Ekiti State University, Ado Ekiti, Nigeria. Dr. Dayo Shobowale, a bilingual who speaks English and French, he is also a seasoned software programmer with proven skills in software development, website design, and database management. He is also a network engineer. He is a member of the Institute of Strategic Management of Nigeria. As an entrepreneur, he is the founding chairman and alter ego of Davos Polytechnic and Academic Vocational Institution, which he started as a computer training center when he was a student at the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. He is a pragmatic speaker, a life coach, and a radio, television, and social media analyst on economic, career, academic, religious, and political issues. He is a prolific writer who has authored many books and is an IT guru. With this being said, a very resounding applause as we welcome Dr. Dayo Shobowale to take on the next session. He will be handling personal vision and goal setting. Over to you, Dr. The floor is yours. Thank you so much for joining us today. All right, everyone. While we wait for him to join the call, please.
Hello.
Okay, Doctor. Thank you for joining us. Please, you can take it off from here, sir.
Thank you. So I've been talking earlier. I said I need to apologize that the network really caused my not being available when we started. I should have taken this class earlier on, but thank God for the organizers who had the better way of making sure that there is no vacuum whatsoever. I am so grateful to be here, and I pray that we are going to have a very wonderful session by God's grace. Today, I'll be talking on personal vision and goal setting. Can the slides be shared so that I can just speak to the slides? Can the main host share the slides?
Okay, that's fine. Boma, please, if you can hear me, can you share the screen for him? Can you share the slides for him?
Okay, why will I wait that? Today we'll be talking about personal vision and goal setting. Personal vision and goal setting. Let me just briefly ask because this is something that has been general from the word go, right from the time we are, right from primary school, you must have heard of vision, goals, plans, um, different factors. We must have heard of discipline and a lot of things like that. Let me ask from my listeners, can you just tell me, go to the chat section and tell me from your perspective, what is vision? What is vision? That's my first question. What is vision from your perspective? Let me just read from us. What is vision? What, from your own view, what is vision? Share with me. Let me see your opinions. What is vision? Yes. Okay. Vision to me is a thought out plan meant out to be executed. Okay. Okay. Vision is an insight into a desired reality. I love that word, desired reality. From a layman's understanding, vision, it's a dream. Yes, okay, someone said goal. Vision is a future goal that will be implemented. Vision is a statement that states one's target. A vision can help drive success and achievement. Very true, very true, very true. Yes. Now, going forward, I appreciate all I've read from us. I need to state that it's a long-term goal. Well, I need to state very clearly that when we talk about vision, we are talking of the future. That's just how it is. Vision, it costs nothing. It's a mental picture of the future. Vision is a mental picture of the future. You imagine that future. You are looking at that future. You are seeing that future. You are saying that, look, you can sit down and begin to imagine it. You begin to see it. It costs you nothing. You pay nothing to have vision. Everybody can have a vision. I want you to get this very clearly. When we talk about vision, a lot of us do not understand what exactly vision is. Let's just go to the first slide. Now, if you look at go to the next slide. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go to the next slide, please. Now, if you look at this, you will realize that vision is saying what your personal vision and goal setting. I need the next slide. I need the next slide, please. Okay, no, not this. We are the very first slide after the no. Go back, go back, go back. No, to the first page. Thank you, thank you. Before this, there is one that shows the glass, that shows the mirror, that mirror, that mirror. No, before this, that's the very first page after the very first page after after this, the next one after this. Good, thank you. Now you look at this.
This is the very first.
Yes, this is what I'm looking for. Can you see that mirror? Can you see that mirror, everybody, please?
This is the very first.
Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Thank you so much. God bless you. Now, if you look at this mirror, it's showing the future. You understand what you want to see, the vision, your business, your communication, your future, the different ideas, what you want to do. You just see it. You understand that vision. You look at it that, okay, my humble self, I'm going to be I want to be the world president. Let's go crazy. Let's just think about anything thinkable. I'm going to be the richest man in the world. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be that. Vision. You pay no money. You are going to pay no money to create a vision. Vision is the mental picture of your future. Just get it very clear. Now let's look at it by definition in the next slide. Let's look at it by definition. You see that what is vision? Can you see that eye? You can look at it in the future. You can look at it and say, okay, this is what I'm looking at. This is what I am seeing. I don't know what you are saying. We have Total petrol station. Someone started it. Total is a family name in Japan. Jinshank is a family name. You can decide that your family name is Adeojo. You want Adeojo to be known for creating cars. Vision. Nobody can question you for creating a mental picture of your future. You can decide that after you want to be immortalized, that just as some people have been immortalized, you want to be greater than Martin Luther King Jr. You want to be this. You know, one thing is anything you can think of, you can picture in the future is vision. And one peculiar thing I want you to understand about vision is you are not limited to have a vision. You are not limited. You are not paying anything. The only thing you need to pay is your time alone to picture the future. That's all you pay. That's all you pay. You understand? So a lot of people that cannot create a vision for their future, that cannot say, this is my vision, there's no way they can accomplish it. Because the cheapest of all is to create a vision, is to just see it. That's the cheapest, as it were, and it's the first step to success. You know, if you are going to do any other thing, it will require you are writing, you are doing this, there will be discipline, we'll be getting there. But the very first step is a very simple step. Sit down, think, create the future, picture your future, and that is vision. Now let's look at it by definition. The next slide. By definition now, vision is the experience of seeing something that other people cannot see. That's what Collins Dictionary is saying. It is an idea or mental image of something. You understand? Can you imagine that? You are seeing something other people cannot see. It is you seeing it. Nobody is questioning you. Please, I believe everybody is seeing that slide. That's what is vision. You see, please, the screen, let the screen come up, please. Let the screen come up. So it's the experience of seeing something that others cannot see. That's vision. Are you getting it now? Vision is talking about an idea, a mental image of something. The act or power of imagination. You are just imagining. My brothers and my sister, can we just try to start imagining? Can you just imagine something? Can you just look at it and begin to imagine that your humble self, this is where you are in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years? Can you imagine it? Can you just imagine it? Can you sit down and imagine it? That's vision. I've not asked you to write down. No, it's just for you to sit down and imagine. Don't forget, what you cannot see, you cannot seize. Anything you cannot imagine, you will not experience. I want you to just sit down and begin to imagine that you listening to me today. I understand the fact that today the amount in your account is not up to $1 million. But what I'm saying is you can picture yourself having $10 billion in your account. I understand that you don't have up to 100,000 in your account today. I understand that you don't have what you desire today. I understand your current situation, but I'm not concerned about your current situation because vision has nothing to do with where you are. Vision has everything to do with where you are going, with where you desire to go, with where you wish to go. You see, this is one thing we have missed when it comes to the ladder of success. A lot of people do not understand that you pay nothing to have vision. Vision is just the power of your imagination. Just imagine it. The only thing required is for you to be silent, is for you to be creative, for you to be thoughtful. You pay nothing for vision. Even if you cannot afford breakfast today, you can have a vision of feeding the nation tomorrow. Vision. You want to be the greatest farmer? Vision. Now let me ask you a question. What exactly is your vision? What have you imagined as your maximum? Let me guide you into having vision. When you talk about vision, vision is wide. It has no boundary. Just daydream. Just think about it. You pay nobody. There is no boundary. Just think about it. By the time we get to the next stage, I will begin to introduce boundaries. But when it comes to vision, it has no boundary. It's just for you to see it. It's just for you to see. What can you see now? What exactly can you see? You can still change it in the future. But for now, can you just see it? Can you see it? See beyond now. A lot of us, okay, those who are Christians, for example, you will be told heaven is real. If you are a Muslim, you'll be told of Al-Jannah. Are you getting it now? So now you now begin to picture yourself. You don't say, oh, I will make heaven. You see, you are seeing it. That's a vision. You are seeing it. You are seeing tomorrow. You are not talking of today. You are seeing tomorrow. You are seeing the future. What do you see when you are 70? What do you see when you are 80? Who will you be? Vision. What's your vision? Are you getting it now? What will you have accomplished? What will you have gone through? By the time you are 90, by the time you are celebrating your 70th birthday, because I have a belief that when you are 70, that is when you retire and you now begin to say, okay, at this time, just consult me for advice and what have you here and there. I'm not pursuing anything new, as it were. This vision, I've accomplished it. Let me just enjoy it now. You get what I'm talking about? By that time, what exactly is the vision that you carry? You are paying nobody for it. You are not writing anything down. I didn't say write it down, but mental picture. Just think about it. Just go wild with it. Just say, I want to have, there are secondary schools. I want to have the best secondary school in Nigeria, in the world, in Africa. I want the whites to come to my school to register. Yes. I want to have international students, and I want it to be my school. I want to produce vehicles. Do you know the reason why we are not seeing new things in this country? Do you know the reason why we have not started producing cars? We've not gotten someone who has that vision. Planes were not flying 100 years ago. When the planes start flying, someone saw the vision that these moving vehicles can fly in the air. Vision. Can you see what vision can do? Vision. This thing can happen. Cocoa House was the tallest building in Nigeria. Today it's not relevant again. There are greater visions that have come up. Let's go to the next slide. Vision. You pay nothing for it. It's a mental picture of your future. Let's go to the next slide. What are the characteristics of vision? Now, you look at it. One, concept. Now, we are now looking at effective vision. I told you no boundary. I told you just go wild. Just think about it. Just imagine it. Now we are now getting to a level. What effective vision? You want that vision to be effective. Now prune it down. One, what you have had in mind based on the first 5 minutes of our discourse. Is it conceivable? Can you conceptualize it? Can it happen? If you say, oh, I want to live 200 years, is a vision, but is it conceivable? It may not be conceivable. So why don't you reduce it? You get it now. Desirable, is it attractive? Why do you want to live 200 years? Don't forget, it's a vision, but we are looking at effective vision. So that when you are talking, when you are bringing it up, people will be like, oh, it's a vision truly, but don't you think that will not be effective? Is it attractive? Is it desirable? Is it desirable if you say that you want to start producing phones, you want to start producing cars, you want to start producing, you want to go into production, you want to produce drugs? Vision. Is it desirable? Is it attractive? I mean, can you not say, I want to start producing pure water? Is that attractive at this point in time? That has gone. That's not attractive again. When we used to have cold water on one kobo, is it one kobo? Yes, in a nylon, ice water. We call it ice water. They sell it in. I mean, someone came up and felt, oh, instead of this ice water that people just tie, can't we just formalize this? And the person came up with something, and we now begin to have what they call pure water. Can you imagine? It's a vision. It has materialized. So when you are looking at vision, is it attractive? Is it desirable? If you share it with yourself, share it with your family, share it with your friends, would they say, wow, that's a great vision? That's something attractive? Do you think it's reasonable? Is it feasible, realistic? That's what I told you. I want to live up to 500 years. It's a vision, but is it realistic? When you want to talk about vision being realistic, we are not saying has it been done before. No, we are saying has something close been done to before. You can have, if you say vision, I want to produce animals. I want to do this. I want to go into farming, and I want it to be technology-based farming. There is farming, there is technology. We are bringing the two together. I said something at the time. Well, I have a vision of setting up a restaurant, and the restaurant is such that people that are diabetic and hypertensive can come there to eat. You know, if people are hypertensive, they will tell them, watch what you eat, less of Maggi, less of salt, less of oil, less of this, less of that, eat more of this, and these people who don't know what to eat. What if there is a restaurant that everything they prepared there at the restaurant is to the taste, is based on the recommendation of a medical recommendation of someone who is diabetic, hypertensive, or who has kidney or liver problem. You know, they don't eat what others eat normally. They eat specialized food so that their system will not be turned up against based on their ailment. You understand what I'm talking about? That's a vision. It's feasible. Why? There has been restaurant and there are recommendations. What we don't have yet, what I have not seen yet, over 5 decades of existence, I have not seen a restaurant in Nigeria that is specifically meant for someone who is diabetic. That, oh, you are hypertensive, just go to XYZ Food and Co. That when you get to XYZ Food and Co., you can buy meat pie that is meant purely for those who have issue with digestion. You just eat it and be fine. You know, that will take a special mix. It's still meat pie, but that meat pie is not the regular one. You can go there and take drink, or that's why when you want someone to stop smoking, India hemp, for example, you want someone to stop taking hard drugs, that person will still take something in place of hard drug. It's not as if you just stop it. When I traveled out the other time, I discovered that they drink there, but what they call their own hard drink, their own beer, is not what we take in Nigeria. The composition differs. Don't you think that it's a good vision to say, okay, I want to create something such that you can take this, it's not going to be toxic, it's not alcoholic, but it is curative. If you take this regularly and you have ulcer, it can cure the ulcer. It's a vision. It's not in existence, and it's realistic. It is feasible, and it is attractive. I'm sharing some with you. There are lots of things like that. that you can do. There are a lot of things you can do. You understand? Now, focused, clear objectives. When you see a man of vision, of effective vision, the man is focused and the objectives are very clear. It's flexible. When you say something is flexible, there can be changes. I've mentioned hypertension, I've mentioned diabetics. If there are issues, other ailments that are coming up, it's common. You understand? Look at a lot of us use glasses. Yeah, by the time they say, oh, why are you using glasses? Before you know what is happening, some people are using glasses because of the deficiency of some nutrients in their system. You can have a restaurant that cures that. It's just curative restaurant. So when people come there, they are not coming to eat to taste. They are coming to eat for health. Imagine if you have that. I'm going to build it. Imagine there's a bread for someone who is diabetic. They tell you, oh, don't take flour. You know, there are some, you can make things, it will not be with yeast. There are some other components that will be there. And instead of causing cancer, instead of causing diabetics, instead of causing high blood pressure, it will be curing it, but it's still bread. Curative bread and not destructive bread. Can you imagine that? You know, there are some rice now that those who are diabetic always eat. It's different from the regular rice that we eat. There are things you can prepare. This is something that is possible. And it should be communicable, easy to understand. Next slide. So in the next slide, we are going a step further because of our time. We are now going to goal. What do I call it? Goal. Now, once you have a vision, please next slide. That vision is general. You understand? That vision that you
Next
have,
slide, please.
The vision you have is general. So once you have the general vision, after the imagination, you have created the mental picture, you've seen it, you have felt it, you've imagined it, and during the imagination something happens, you will have to see yourself as in that position. As a visionary, you see yourself in that position, you see yourself living it. Take, for example, as the owner of the restaurant that I'm talking of, as I'm talking to you, I see myself coming in, counseling the people. Or some people will come and tell us, this is my ailment. They will bring medical report. And in that restaurant, we're going to have counseling unit therein, where people, next slide, please, where people will come in and say, oh, this is the result of my test. Thank you. You understand? This is the result of my test. And when they say this is the result of my test, you'll be able to say, oh, okay, that's the result of your test. And based on that result, we will now make food composition, fruit composition for that person and place him or her on it for 2-3 weeks. And we'll ask him, go again for test and see your health situation. Go back and check your sugar level. Go back and check your system. Hypertension can be cured by what you eat. And part of that restaurant, there's going to be a gym. And there'll be tutor. You know, it's not all, there are some people that they die during exercise because it's not about just exercising your body. There is a systemic way that you go through for you to exercise your body, for you to exercise your system. There are some people that all they need to do is water therapy. We can now take special order of food for people that have ailments and they need to feed on something special. Some people just say, okay, it's seafood that you need. The seafood will have been well grounded, mixed with whatsoever, and they'll be given to it. You see that? You imagine yourself as the visionary, the owner, the owner of that vision. You imagine yourself in that position. After that, you now set goals. This vision, I've thought about it, I've imagined it, I've seen it, I've pictured myself in it. I want to have a big school. I want to have a big petrol station. I want to have a car producing company. I want to export fruits. I want to make chocolate in Nigeria from cocoa. I want to raise, I want to raise birds. I want to raise pigs. I want to go into farming. I want to be a specialist when it comes to marine business. You look at it. You have pictured yourself there. Then you set the goal. If you stop at imagining, you cannot execute. For you to execute, the next step is to set goals. Now the question is, what is a goal? I said this generally. The goals you don't set, next slide, you cannot score. You set goals so that you can score goals. Goals are not scored by error. They are set. That's why you realize that if for anybody to play a penalty, a free kick, that when you stand, that person is setting, and the person is standing. That person is setting his goal. You understand? So when you set your goal, you want to, then you can score your goal. So what is a goal? Let's quickly look at that. Now, goal is something that you hope to achieve. You hope to achieve it, especially when much time and effort will be needed. It's an aim or purpose. It's the end towards which effort is directed. It's a result an individual is trying to accomplish. Can I explain that further? When you ask yourself what exactly a goal is, you see, goal is saying you want to achieve this, you want to accomplish this. Goal, you have the vision, visualize vision. You want to have goal. You visualize vision. You get goals. Goals goes beyond seeing. You see vision. You get goals. You score goals. Goals, it requires your involvement. This is my goal. This is what I want to accomplish. It involves you. It requires effort. It requires work. Vision is software. Goal is hardware. You touch it, you work it, you execute it. That's a goal. Let's look at the next slide. You see, there are different types of goal that you can set. I've told you that goal, it's a target you have to meet. It requires you. It involves you. It's not just anyhow thing. So the different types of goals you have to take note of is we have short-term goals. You have long-term goals. You have personal goals. When we talk about long-term goals, I've just spoken to you about, let's look at the issue of the restaurant that we mentioned. Now, it's a vision. The vision, the accomplishment of that vision is the long-term goal. So your vision now will be converted to long-term goal. Now, for you to accomplish that long-term goals, you need to set short-term goals. Your long-term goal as a football team is to score against your opponent. But the short-term goal is from the keeper, your own keeper, to throw the ball to your defender to those in the midfield to find a way of getting the ball to the strikers so that they can score goals. So there are short-term goals that lead to long-term goals. This is the mistake you must not make. After you have converted, your vision is equated to your long-term goal. The short-term goals are the things you will do monthly, from daily, minutely, hourly, daily, weekly, fortnightly, monthly, quarterly or bi-monthly, quarterly, yearly, annually. You understand? Then biannually, you do some for every in 5 years' time. You do some decade. Are you getting it now? So you categorize it, and that will include writing. I'm still getting there. Short goals. So the goals must be set. One of the things we don't do is we always think I'm out there. That's why Nigerian team at times will lose some matches. If you look at these European clubs, when they want to play, they know the ultimate is to score a goal, but you don't pick the ball and just play to the opponent's net, expecting it to just go in. No, they have for your own striker, they have a defender. For your own attacker, they have a defender. So part of your short-term goal is to make sure that you move the ball, you eliminate their own defenders so that you can score your own goal. In goal setting, you consider all the obstacles that are possible. In vision, you don't think of any obstacle. In goal setting, you consider the obstacle. You now pick it. Oh, for me to get to the ultimate goal, long-term goal, which is equivalent to my vision, I need short-term goals. Yeah, that restaurant must be set up. Oh, I got that vision, but you have to learn about catering. At least know how to cook food. It's not going to stop there. That's going to be part of short-term goals. You have to learn about drugs. You have to learn about vegetation. You have to learn about food. You must learn, so that we prepare vegetables. There are some vegetables we eat, there are some we don't eat. Just yesterday I was somewhere and they were showing me something that I used to think is grass. And they told me it's more medicinal than the known and celebrated vegetables, but it grows like grass. More medicinal. You have to talk authoritatively. You must learn. For you to achieve that. So by the time someone is coming and saying, I have diabetics, say, okay, let me prepare this type of soup for you. Hey, they don't eat that. Who told you? So you must have learned about food technology, food processing. You must have learned about poison. You will learn about beverages. You will learn about plants, their composition, short-term goals. Because of what? The restaurant you want to prepare, specialized healthcare restaurant. So you will not just open it and say that, and you just open the restaurant and say, if you have diabetics, if you have hypertension, if you have this ailment or the other, just come here and eat. Which food are they going to eat? Have you studied it? Or are you an authority at it? Those are the short-term goals. Those are the short-term goals. Then there are personal goals. For you to run that, you must understand a lot. I've said it about food, about pharmacy, about drugs, about plants, about animals. You must understand it. If we use this, some people will tell you, do you know that when some of us eat watermelon, some people will leave the back cover, they will leave the pills, and they'll feel, oh no, we don't eat this. Someone went and studied and said, this and this. I watched a video at the time saying that if you are hypertensive, just make sure you just blend tomato every morning, try it for 3 weeks, and you see that your blood pressure will regularize. Tomatoes, just tomatoes. Just tomatoes. You understand? Someone brought up analysis of research that okra water, they are not saying come and pay. They are not saying come to us. They are saying that okra water, distilled it, and you drink it for 3 weeks consecutively, and you will see what happens to your health status. Okra water. Different researches are going on. That's personal goals. You can't say, I want to set this up, and you have no knowledge of it. You want to set up an institution, you don't have any knowledge of it. You don't. Are you getting it now? It's not going to work. There must be personal goals. Next slide, please. Apart from that, we have other goals, professional goals in that area of profession, financial goals, academic goals, social goals. All these goals, you categorize them. For me to have this long-term goal, what am I to do professionally, financially, academically? The next slide. You understand? And socially, where are the places I need to move? Who are those am I to relate with? You understand? Those are things you need to do. You look at financial goals, professional goals. All these goals must be taken care of. The next slide, please. It must be taken care of. It must be properly handled, because those are the things that will accumulate in you having your goals. That's when you set goals. Do you understand? This slide is a video. Can you play it? Will it work? I wish to you to explain something about goal setting. If you can get it done, if it will work. You understand? So you set all those goals. As you set the goals, it will now, that is what will lead to you experiencing the long-term goal. That's what will lead to you experiencing the long-term goal. When you said, okay, let's look at it. Oh, volume is not coming up. It's trying to teach about goal setting. And even without volume, you will get the message. Just look at it. I will explain. You know, we have different types of goals. We have explained it. Yes, long-term goal is looking at how these short-term goals, all these different goals, how they relate to form the long-term goal. You get the message very shortly. Now, the video will be sent to us. We'll have opportunity of watching it. I will explain more because the next slide explains it. Because of our time, we'll go to the next slide What you are seeing now is that issue of setting smart goals. You saw the first option, the woman engaged, did not work. You understand? But now the second option work. If you want to have goals that will give you results, it must be smart. This is not new to this, of course, will not be new to most of us. We know that smart means it should be specific, it should be measurable, it should be attainable, it should be relevant, time bound. Now, you see, I want to say this about the issue of relevance. When you say it should be specific, when it is a vision, it can be general. Look at it wide, but goals must be specific. Now, the issue of relevance, when you are setting goals, make sure it is not only relevant to where you want to apply it, but also relevant to the gift God has given you. I always say this so that you can get it clearly. A fish is a wonder in water, but it's a worry on land. A fish. Put a fish inside water, it becomes a wonder. Oh, look at the movement. Very wonderful. Oh, that's a wonder movement. Wonderful. Look at how that fish is clicking. It's moving. You understand? But that same fish, when you put it on the floor, on the ground, it becomes a worry. My brothers and my sisters, where you are growing your goals, where you are placing your target, are you a worry there or you are a wonder? Anywhere you are a wonder, that is where you are relevant. When you become a worry, you are becoming irrelevant. Don't set your goals where you are tolerated. Go to where you are celebrated. These are issues you need to understand about relevancy. Do you understand what I'm talking about? One thing you need to understand about relevancy is don't do things, don't get into a waste. Don't get into a waste. If you are gifted, I'm a gifted speaker, for example. You understand? If I don't maximize my gift in the area of communication, it's wasting of resources. Don't waste resources. Get where you are relevant and follow same. Please become a wonder and not a worry. Let's look at the next slide about goal setting. What are the principles that you have to look at when you are setting goals? There must be clarity. There must be clarity. You must know where you are going. I'm not sharing my personal stuff, even though there are some things I would have started saying, but I pick a particular sample in the area of restaurant. I was clear about it. You understand? Clarity. There must be a challenge. Oh, you have to learn about lot of plants. You must discover new plants and know their nutrients and prepare it. And of course, you can even cure new diseases. You must always be in the lab researching. Yeah, that's a challenge. There must be commitment. Oh, you can't see a man who is goal bound. You are vision driven. You are goal bound. Nobody plays around in a Champions League final. You play with your life. You play with everything on the inside of you. Then you must have feedback. People must be able to tell you this is what you are doing. This is how far you are going. And of course, the task you are doing, it should be properly mentioned and the complexity should be broken down. So overly complex may be overwhelming, will become overwhelming. So you must break your goals down. You understand? Let's move on to the next slide. Next slide, where we're talking about the next slide after that, hard work. Principles of goal setting. What are the principles that you have to adhere to when you want to set goals? Next slide, please. Principles of goal setting. Now, first one is hard work. Please don't believe in luck. Believe in hard work. Stop trying to rush the process or searching for a shortcut because there is none. I want to just tell you this for free. This is one of the areas where I plead with people not to misrepresent God. People begin to say, God will do it. God will not do it. Don't wait for anything to fall in place. Put them in place yourself. You are the one who will do it. God has done everything by giving you life. You do it. Do your part. Don't wait for God to do your part for you. God isn't a partner that you need to call to do his part. God is a constant. He will not fail. Can you imagine a farmer who is praying for rain? A serious proud farmer does not pray for rain, you prepare for it. God will always bring rain during the rainy season. You don't start planting maize in December, January, and you are praying, God, you must send rain. Which rain is descending? You know when the first rain is going to come. You know when to plant your maize. Hard work, not luck. Hard work, not luck. Please, let's work towards that very dearly. We move on. Be patient. The very next thing, be patient. Don't rush. Be patient. Be doing it step by step. As you are patient, you must be appreciative. Evaluate the process. Patiently evaluate. Then you make sacrifices. Can you see that? And you have to pay the price. It's difficult. You understand? You have to pay the price. Next slide. I'm going to be fast, so please follow me very fast. Yeah. You understand? Sacrifices. You make sacrifice. You can't eat with your own hands. I used to tell my dad something. When hey, son, we need to buy this. I said, Dad, we have ₦1,000,000 naira. Should we buy water? Ragolis water, or we should dig a well? Make sacrifice. My father looked at me and said, you are making sense. Let's dig a well. I said, if we buy water now, we'll buy the pack of water with ₦1,000,000. It's going to finish. But let's go for bold. Instead of giving, instead of drinking and be satisfied to get thirsty later, we are going to feed the people with water. We get them drinks, provide drinks for the community. Why don't you make that sacrifice? It's not everything. This is not the time to use perfume of 100,000, 200,000 when you still don't have what it takes. I tell people, if you don't use iPhone when you have low income, your income is what should be high before your phone is high. If your iPhone is not providing high income, sell it or buy a low phone and get your income high. Your income sacrifice. Stop making comparison. Stop buying things, material things that I ask, why are you using that phone? If your iPhone isn't bringing you extra income, it's of no use. It's of no use. Dangote said something at the time. He said, to him for assistance. They are coming to meet him in hotel, whereas they have houses over there. Sacrifice. You are to buy car yet. You have money to buy car yet, but you're sure. So let's move on to the next thing. Consistency. Be consistent. Be consistent. Please be consistent.
Sacrifice
This cannot be argued. Consistency. The next thing after consistency is discipline. You can see that guy. Discipline. It keeps you going. If you let, should I tell you something? Great career without good character will lead to grievous collapse. No matter, I tell people, instead of you, if you are to choose between career and character, please go for character. If you have no career and you have character, you will succeed. But you have all the careers in the world and you lack character, you will still collapse. Character is key. Be disciplined. Be disciplined. Next, confidence. Of course, for you to attend this program, you should know the lion. Don't be threatened by anybody. Let's move on to the next. Next is a goal. Goal without a plan is just a wish. Play. A goal without a plan is just you must have plan. So those are the things you write down. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, and that's what actually makes goal is plan. And as how do you say goals? We've spoken about it. You understand? You have to write them down, and you create an action plan. I've mentioned SMART goals. You write the goals down, then action plan. This is the goal. I want to how to set goals. The next slide. You understand? So action plan. I'm going to do this now. As a professor of computer engineering, I'm also a lawyer, but I want to leave a legacy in the academia that you can do it. This year, I'm starting my the plans are there. I've written them down. You understand? I have 7 degrees already. I'm going to about 10 or 12 degrees. You understand? Running my about 2, 3, or 4, 5 PhD. You understand? 3 PhDs, 2 professorial, 5 masters. You understand? I have it said. Right. Next slide, please. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Someone said, all these things are too much. What if you die? I said, I will die pursuing my dream. The person kept quiet. Don't threaten me with death. What if I don't die? It is better to die pursuing your dream than to live without a dream. Communicate your dream. All my children know. My firstborn studying pharmacy in the university. I have about 3 children in the university. I told her, I said, look, when you are done with your pharmacy, you go back. This restaurant idea I shared with you, I shared with her. I gave it to her that in pharmacy, you produce drugs to cure diseases. But if you are a caterer, you produce food to prevent diseases. Say, daughter, for you to be a successful pharmacist, you must be a successful caterer. So have your pharmaceutical shop by the right, have your restaurant by the left. She knows. None of my children will have a single degree. The one studying law, I told her, you are going to become a chartered accountant as well. Because if you are a lawyer without an area of specialty, you may not make it as others who have areas of specialty. The one studying civil engineering is still going back to study law. You need to understand the goals are clear. They are clear. Write them down. Write them down. Communicate them. Then take action. Take action. Don't just be seated and you're saying, oh, I'm seated. No. By God's grace, I have a school. I set it as a goal. The polytechnic I run, I told my students, everybody, no matter if you are graduating here, you are graduating with 5 different certificates. Your choice or your course of choice, music, I listed it. Do you know that within 3, 4 months, students who came in to study computer science are already blowing trumpet, female students. The parents are coming back praying for me. They are praying. I have my goal set. You set your goals. You run it. You write it down. I employed a music lecturer before I employed physics, chemistry, computer science, whatever lecturer. I employed the music lecturer. I pay him regularly. I bought musical instruments. And this is what I tell anybody for free. Give me the dullest student in the world. I will turn him into a genius. All you need to do is to have self-confidence. My goals are clear. If God asks me to choose between being the president of Nigeria and being the minister of education, so far I will not be removed as minister of education. I will go for minister of education. If I can turn the educational sector, I will turn the country. It's the issue of mentality. It's the issue of mentality. When the mentality is defined, what will make someone to start bombing others? Is it not mentality? Why is someone feeling that killing the other is the best way to live? What's Boko Haram? It's not mentality. Fighting them is not as important as educating them. Engage them, educate them. Let them see it the way it is. Let them become reasonable. Why are we here? What is Transformation College doing to us? Is it not transforming our lives? Is it not telling us what to do? It's not affecting our mentality. It's not giving us what to do. Take action. Stop talking. Take action. Write that exam. Failing an exam is better than not writing. You miss 100%, the penalty you fail to take that penalty. If it is safe, you will know how to retake it the next time. If it hits the bar, you will know how to retake it the next time. At least you cannot play penalty and it goes to throw. You cannot. It can go over the bar, under the bar, by the side of the bar. It will never go back to the center line. Nobody plays penalty and play back to the center line. It's not possible. Take it. It's not compulsory you score, but do it. You reevaluate your progress. Next, how do you maintain motivation and focus of your goal setting? Don't make it too big. Make it small. The next slide. You write it down, then discuss it. This is what people always make mistake about. Our leader here, Dr. Orlando, is a very good friend of mine. I discuss with him. Doc, help me. This is my vision. And he will give me encouragement. Discuss, but don't discuss with vision killers. Don't discuss with vision destroyers. When I was coming up with my vision, Dr. Orlando gave me support. Counseling, financial, he gave me support. That's why there is no day he calls on me. I must be there because I know his vision. Right from then we're in the university. Very clear. What we want to be, what we are going to become in the future, you are already becoming. Dr. Orlando and I have been into this for over 30 years, training people. We didn't change. What are you doing now? In under 30 years, it's still what you'll be doing. It will only be in a higher version. So if all you are doing now is being lazy, in under 30 years, you will remain lazy, but at a higher version. You know, some people dress in tie and they are still lazy. Some people work in office and they are lazy. They never reach the peak. Some people, they are good at analyzing everything that doesn't concern them. They watch the matches that they can't contribute. You don't have a car, you are discussing fuel increase. What's your business with it? What is your business with what doesn't concern you? You are the one that knows everything in the newspaper and there is no news about you. Are you not going to think twice? Check in and build yourself. Let's look at the next slide. Your take-home exercise. What do you want to accomplish? How will you know when you have accomplished your goal? Ask yourself, is your goal realistic? Is it worth working for? These are questions you ask yourself. And of course, that's the next slide, please. So that's your assignment, your take-home assignment. And of course, when you get home after this seminar, after this training, your goal setting card, please don't toy with it. Use it. That's the next slide, please. Write down the vision. What's your goal? What's your achievement date? This is something to work with. God bless Transformation College for this. Let's work with this, please. Let's work with it. It was the importance. Without an end goal or destination, the next slide. Without an end goal or destination in mind, you won't have a clear or defined path. Vision provides this. To achieve your vision on goal, you can start by setting small, attainable goals as stepping stones. Each relatively little bit of success will help you to continue propelling you forward to your bigger journey in life. Thank you. And God bless you. Next slide is saying thank you, and thank you. Thank you for giving me this chance. Thank you for listening to me. I remain yours, engineer barrister, Professor Dayo Showan. Thank you. God bless.
Wow, thank you so much, Doctor. Like, I am so excited about this class, and I'm happy that we had to take this session as the last. Like, it crowns everything that has been said since morning. Thank you so much, Doctor. And you have even awakened the vision that I forgot a long time ago. I believe some of us on this call are also like that. Thank you so much.
Oh God.
Any question? Any question? Please feel free. The floor is open for you now. Okay. Thank you. Please keep your question coming. Thank you. I would say God bless you, Dr. Shobowale. Thank you. It was an amazing time having you on the call today. And like I said, it's nice that it was the last of its kind. No boundaries in vision. Make your vision wide. Don't make it a wish. Act on them. Thank you, Lainka. Yes. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today from different parts of the world, from different parts of Africa. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for staying from morning till now. It's been a nice time having all of you. All right. You shouldn't have anything to worry. The recording will be sent across to you by next week, as well as the slides used for today. It's going to be sent across to everyone on the call. Please do well. If you are on the call and maybe you just got the link somewhere to join the class today, feel free to register. Registration is free, but the class, you have to make a registration fee of 10,000 Naira. Okay, the attendance. Damola, please, if you're on the call, share the attendance link. Or you just give me a moment to share that to you now. Good. I'll be with you shortly. Okay, so before we leave the call, we also implore that you give us a feedback of today's delivery. The feedback link will also be shared in the chat room. All right. Okay, right about now, I'm dropping the attendance link. Yeah. This is the attendance. Please do well to fill if you have not done that. And then the feedback form, please go ahead and fill. Please, before you exit the class or exit the call, do well to fill it up. We need your feedback. We want to know how to improve more on our delivery, right? Okay, I'll just take this question as the very last. Okay, 2 questions and then we call it a day. So the first question is from Adebayo. The question is, what's the part? Doctor, please, are you still on the call?
Very well. Very well.
Okay, so the question says, what's the part of motivation to vision and goal setting? What is the part of motivation to vision and goal setting?
Can we have the second question so that we'll take them?
Okay, the second person wants to unmute and ask. Isaac, please, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
All right. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And thank you, Doc Engineer, for this great presentation. My question is, at what point, in terms of achieving your visions and goals, at what point should you celebrate the little wins one should attain? Then secondly, too, how do mentorship and mentee have great effect in our visions and goals? Sometimes it's advised that we should have mentors and mentees under us, but sometimes their impact on us could adversely affect us differently. So I want you to address that issue.
Thank you so much. You see, going by the first question, though I would have preferred if you can just give me a summary of your question again in by typing just briefly. The first one, most especially, the mentors and mentee, I got it very well, but I didn't get the first one. You can just type it, I'll read it while I'm responding to the second question and the one on motivation. You see, when it comes to motivation, to vision and goal set, motivation actually is something that has been misused in this country. If you listen to my profile, it was said that I'm a realistic speaker, not a motivational speaker. Motivation push you to start and drop you there. But reality will tell you, you're a gentleman. That's why you have that word SMART goals. That's not motivating. It's just telling you this is what it is. Make it small. Be specific. It's not compulsory. You say, hey, now I'm going to be, after Tinubu, I'm coming in as the president. Young man, it won't work. Be specific. Be realistic. It's not that you just say you are pushing it. You understand? Motivation kickstarts. Discipline keeps you going. So the area of motivation comes in programs like this. You are motivated to start it. Now, by the time that's why programs like this, you shouldn't toy with it time to time, and it keeps you going. But for you to accomplish your purpose in life, you must be personally disciplined. Personal discipline cannot be excused. It cannot be replaced. Yes, let me use that word. It can't be replaced. So motivation will help you to start it. It kicks you up. Now, with what you've had today, you have seen vision. You sit down, go back home, sit down. Think wide. Be wild. Be wide. Think of anything. Think of raising lion. Zoo of 1 million lions and placing them on Lagos Ibadan Expressway. Be wide. Be wide. Think of anything you can think of. Go in the euphoria. By the time you're done, then you come down and set goals. So once you set goals, you bring in SMART. You are realistic. And don't forget, a fish is a wonder in water and a worry on the land. You are the fish. Where is your water? Some people, their water is in Abuja. Their worry, their land is in Lagos. Some vice versa. Some people, their water is in Nigeria. Their land is in UK. Vice versa. So if you are supposed to be in Nigeria and you go to UK as a fish, you become a worry. If you are supposed to be in UK and you stay in Nigeria, you become a worry. So you are only a wonder when you are in the right location. These are things you consider. And you look at where you are celebrated apart from where you are tolerated. You understand? So as you are motivated to commence, you must be disciplined to continue. Now, when it comes to the issue of, we say, okay, at what point should we celebrate the wins and success in our vision? Oh, you must celebrate your wins and success at every win and every success. Oh, you celebrate it. When we held our matriculation and a parent came up and said, the children in this school, I love them for this. It called for celebration. Oh, when my students can play do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, they've not started playing at international level, but that they can play. The last program we had, I told them, I'm not going to play the Nigerian anthem from any radio. You are playing it from the instrument here. They played it. It was a great success. When we had the first matric, they couldn't play it. But the second one, they were able to play. That's success. You celebrate it. They have not gotten to the television station to play it. They've not gone to national standard to play it. But at the local standard, this program we add now, that you are part of it, celebrate it. You celebrate success. It should be part of you. Celebration should be a routine. You set goals, you score goals. Even if you are going to lose a match, when you score a goal, you celebrate it. The only goal you don't celebrate is the one we call consolation goal. and you cannot score it and not still laugh. You still celebrate it one way or the other, because the other party will have to, your opponent will have to take the ball and pass from wherever. You understand? So you celebrate it at every goal scored. Then please, that question of mentors and mentee is a topic on its own. You have to, as we have different goals, we have different mentors. Have your spiritual mentor. Have your academic mentor. You see, you are a Muslim. Why are you picking a reverend as your spiritual mentor? To what? You want to become a professor, and you now pick your pastor, who is the only thing he knows is the Bible, as your academic mentor. It won't work. You understand? So you want to have a successful home, marital life, but a divorcee is your mentor in marriage. That divorcee can be a professor. Let him or her be your academic mentor, not your marital mentor. So there are different mentors. You won't have one. No. You have different mentors, and you know what that person is mentoring, what that person is monitoring. A failure cannot mentor success. It's not done. It's not done. So if you are going to pick a mentor, you pick a success with integrity, integrity-based success in a field to mentor you in that field. Not someone who became rich through money rituals, now becomes your financial mentor. What's he going to mentor you on? So those are the things. So pick your mentor, and as a mentee, don't hide anything from your mentor as far as what is mentoring is concerned. I'm your mentor academically. You want to be a professor. I'm not concerned with your family life. That's not where I'm mentoring you. You can have your mentor in family life. Most of us are not defined. Nobody is your God. A mentor is not, nobody can play God in your life. Nobody can replace God in your life. You understand? But God has sent men to do different things in your life. Submit yourself within the jurisdiction of what that person is doing in your life. Are you getting the idea? A lot of people who ran their PhD, they have emulated the life of their PhD supervisors, the negative life, which they shouldn't have emulated, because they mistook academic mentoring for life mentoring. Please be careful of that. The Lord will bless you. Thanks for this opportunity. Once again, I appreciate Transformation College and everyone for this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Please, we are not taking any further question because we are already out of time. So please, your question, you can direct it to the group and it will be answered, okay? Thank you. Please, let's put a round of applause to our trainer once again. Thank you. I enjoyed every session of today's class, from the one started by Kingsley to Hafiz to Bolaji, and then now to Doctor. Thank you to all of our trainers. God bless you, sirs. The attendance, yes, is only for today. The one for next week is going to come for next week. So I hope you are clarified. And then please, if you have done the feedback, please, can you type in the chat room that you've done that? Please, we need your feedback so as to help us improve more, okay? Thank you. Thank you so much, Festus. And to everyone on the call, thank you for staying by. Thank you. Thank you, Joma. Thank you, Isaac. All right, I believe I'll be able to get your responses. The attendance link is not open. Please, can you copy and keep it somewhere and try it later? It could be your network. Thank you, everyone, for filling up the feedback form. It was a nice time having all of you on the call. Please follow us on all of our social media handles on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, engage on our posts. We are also on Twitter. Please follow us. Recommend this course, these programs to your loved ones, your friends, and let them also be a part of it. Thank you so much. And I will call it a day from here. Thank you. The materials will be sent to you by next week as well as the recording. Enjoy. Yes, the assessment will be sent to the group in the coming week. Please ensure you do your assessment as at when due. Any assessment done after the stipulated time, sorry, it cannot be recorded. Please, this is because we have a very a large number of students we are recording exams or assessment for, and this will enable us to make everything seamless. Okay, so please do your assessment as at when due. That is going to be communicated on your groups next week. Okay. Thank you, everyone, and do enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye for now.